Just wanted to make a quick prayer testimony video. Um, about just over a year now, I was living in a basement with my wife, and she was pregnant, and our time was running out for this apartment that we were paying so much for, because we live in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and for a one-bedroom apartment, it's like $1,000 or more. And it's really hard to find places to live here because everything's taken, and it goes really fast when something hits the market. So I was praying to God, like, show my wife that you are a God of miracles. Like, we need a place to live, we need a place to stay, but I can't just have a random place to stay. It has to be like something miraculous. And so I'm just like holding on to this prayer, absolutely believing that it would be answered 100%. And my wife keeps going like, come on, we have to look at places. And she keeps going on the internet and seeking all these places. And I just felt like weird about it. I felt really guilty even looking for a place because I just knew God was going to answer. And she started getting really mad at me. She was like, why? Why won't you look with me? And it was only like a few weeks left before we had to move, and it was like impossible to find anything. She's getting so frustrated. And I'm like, I just know God's got something for us. And the phone rings within like, I think we were sitting on the couch looking at places, and I said something like, oh, God's got a place for us. And someone called her on the phone right there, my aunt, saying, oh, there's this house that one of our relatives has. The people who lived in it just passed away, and we want you to take care of the place. And so we went and met with them, and they were like, okay, so we want you to have this house for $250 a month. And me and my wife just look at each other like, what? And she looked like she was about to start crying. I was like, yes, God, you answer prayer. And that's it. They were like, oh, let's sign this little 1-year lease. And they brought out this really easy little lease that they made. We signed it for a year. And then they came back to us a few months before the lease was up and was like, oh, you can stay here for 2 more years. So we have this miracle house with 3 or 4 bedrooms and a huge finished basement, huge living room, huge kitchen, and a huge garage and a pretty big yard for $250 a month. God just like aligned it somehow and made it so that we're taking care of this house and almost doing them a favor by living here before they want to sell it in a few years, giving us the chance to like save and everything. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that God answers prayer. He takes care of his people. He takes care of his children. He loves us, and he's willing to move heaven and earth on our behalf. Just believe and pray and ask for things that you know God wants you to have. He wants to give you good blessings. So I just wanted to encourage you with that.